Hey guys, Caesar here. I've noticed something lately. A lot of people in faith communities never grow up and move out and start families of their own. And I'm not talking about their biological families, I'm talking about their communities. And that's not how it's supposed to work. Healthy things grow and change. Everything that God's created has the seed of multiplication built into it. Plants, animals, humans, families, communities, and even the church. This is in fact pretty much the storyline of the Bible. God blesses Adam and Eve, and he sends them out to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. He commands that. Later on in the story, after the flood, as God restarts all of humanity through Noah and his family, he commands them to be fruitful and multiply and increase the number of people exponentially on the earth. Move a little further in the story. When God changed Jacob's name to Israel and confirmed his calling, reaffirming his covenant to Abraham and his people, God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Now be fruitful and multiply." And then later, when Jesus is on the earth and he sends his followers out into the world on his great eternal mission, he commissions them with the same command. He says, go and make disciples all over the world. It's pretty much the same thing as go be fruitful and fill the world. When it comes to discipleship and the growth of initial communities, multiplication just doesn't happen accidentally. Everything we do must be intentionally simple, scalable, and reproducible. If we're not careful, things will become stagnant or remain sort of inward focused like small groups or like a self-help circle. Another way of looking at this is, are you raising the kids to move out and start families of their own, or to stay at home forever and let their parents do everything for them? Raise the folks in your community to move out. All right? Remember, healthy things grow and expand and take new ground. You'd never want your own kids, if you have them, or when you do, to grow up and not have a family and kids of their own, staying in your house and being cared for as children forever. That'd just be weird and a little twisted and creepy. When my son was a boy, I taught him to mow the lawn and use basic tools and a bunch of other stuff, how to serve others. We'd go out together and do things, telling him that someday he'd be a man with a family of his own and that he'd need these skills. I seeded in his heart and his mind an expectation that he'd most likely be a father and lead his own family at some point in the future. That's what his mom and I were hoping for and preparing him for. Well, it's the same with growth in leadership in our missional communities. We need to both expect growth and multiplication to happen, right? While letting everyone involved know that this is normal and it's good. So it's what we're hoping for. And just like when our children leave home and become adults who start families of their own, there's this grieving process that rightfully occurs when we send family off to the mission. Embrace this grief, okay? Grief's not a bad thing. We mourn change, and change in this case shows growth and progress and God's blessings. Talk about this early on, helping your community see that multiplication is not only natural, but it's the goal to accomplishing God's mission. So, if you've had the same kids in your family on mission forever, the next best time to start discussing sending them out is now. I want to offer you a free book to help you and those in your community discuss this and get the ball rolling toward health and multiplication. Okay, so click here on the screen, or check out the comments below, and I'll get that to you right away. Hey, please share this video with your friends or anyone else that you know that you think would find this helpful. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, thanks for watching.